911 returned after a 2-week hiatus tonight with a pivotal, heartbreaking episode featuring the funeral of Captain Bobby Nash, Peter Krause. On the previous episode, Krause's Bobby died unexpectedly after contracting a virus and choosing to save team member Chimney, Kenneth Choi, rather than himself with the one available antidote. After giving a last goodbye to his wife, LAPD Sergeant Athena Grant, Angela Bassett, and his surrogate son Buck, Oliver Stark, through protective glass, Bobby kneeled down to pray and died. When viewers tuned in to 911 on May 1st for the episode titled The Last Alarm, they were greeted with a surprise. Bobby and the Station 118 crew out on an emergency call we haven't seen before. But we soon learned this is a flashback to 8 years ago, just when the series began. On this call, Bobby and the team are trying to save a family from a house fire. They manage to rescue the mother, Leah, but can't find her infant son, Micah, in time. Bobby looks at the mother in devastation as the house continues to burn. In present day, Athena is touring a cemetery and trying to plan Bobby's funeral with her kids, but is having trouble deciding where he'd want to be laid to rest. Furthermore, officials have yet to release Bobby's body to her, making it so she can't bury him yet. Later, Athena becomes furious with Chimney when she finds out he's been calling the department non-stop to demand they release Bobby's body. It seems Athena is worried that as soon as they bury Bobby, everyone will be able to move on from this death, and she doesn't want that. But the body is now being released, and the funeral will be held the following Tuesday. As Athena storms out of the fire station after railing at Chimney, she runs into a man who is looking for Bobby. Once she tells him Bobby is dead and she is his widow, the man apologizes and explains he wanted to see Bobby in hopes he could help the man's sister. It turns out this woman is Leah, the mother who lost her son in the fire 8 years ago. Only Leah no longer accepts her son Micah has died, as she's recently met a little boy named Cameron at a birthday party whom she thinks looks just like Micah. She's now convinced that Cameron is Micah, and Micah was kidnapped from her home on the night of the fire by his current mother, who Leah says was in the same prenatal yoga class as her. Leah attempted to abduct Cameron and is now in jail where Athena comes to see her. Athena is hesitant to believe Leah, but listens to her story about noticing Cameron had a similar birthmark to Micah's. Athena says she does not think Leah is crazy, and that if Micah is alive, she will bring him back to Leah. Athena works late into the night back at her and Bobby's home, which is under construction amid an incomplete renovation, trying to piece together what happened and avoiding calls from everyone. That's when Ghost Bobby appears to her and asks, "You gonna start a podcast?" when he says her wall of crazy, outlining the possible kidnapping. "Aren't you supposed to be busy planning my funeral?" "I hear it's going to be big," Bobby asks. Athena says the LAFD already has a template to follow for his hero's burial and don't need her to make choices. When Ghost Bobby pushes back on her, she lashes out. "You're the one who locked himself in a lab to die. You don't get to tell me how to spend my time." He responds, "Ouch," and she insists she has to reinvestigate this case because it was important to Bobby and he can't now. Athena gets Leah's permission to exhume Micah's grave, only to find there is no body inside. Leah's brother says the baby's remains were lost in the fire and they never told Leah. Athena then goes to Cameron's house and gets him and his mother DNA tested against Leah. It turns out Cameron is not Micah, and Leah is devastated when Athena tells her the news. "For a moment, you let yourself believe that miracles were possible," Athena says. We then see another flashback to 8 years ago, when Bobby comes to visit Leah in the hospital after the fire and tells her about losing his own 2 children in a fire years earlier, along with his first wife. She asks him how he gets through each day, and Bobby says, "I live in the belief that one day I will see them again." Back in present day, it's time for Bobby's funeral. Everyone from the 118 is in attendance, including Eddie, Ryan Guzman, who has flown back for the occasion, and Chimney, whom Buck had to persuade to come because Chimney is still so mad at Bobby for sacrificing himself.